So today I was looking through the internet, checking out some more gaming news, and I was looking through a website called Crave Online. The article was called "Developer Guarantees That Nintendo NX Won't Have Third-Party Support." So reading through this, it says here that following speculation earlier today that the Nintendo NX could be set to go the way of other Nintendo consoles and struggle for third-party support. Another developer has spoken out against Nintendo's secrecy regarding the company's upcoming console, saying that the third-party devs won't have time to create games for it at launch due to lack of dev kits. This kind of reminds me of another system that released a while ago. I believe it was a SEGA Saturn. Since that system released, there was no time at all for any third-party developers to get games out there for the system, so therefore the system ended up failing and crashing due to lack of games. So I kind of hope that this doesn't happen with Nintendo NX, because I'm really curious about the system and I want to, see where this goes from here, but I'm kind of scared now reading something like this now, since Nintendo is probably going to be lacking a lot of third-party games, which means that it's going to be focused only on its first-party titles like Zelda, Mario, Kirby, all that other stuff. Which is not bad. Those are great games, but obviously if you're just gonna be purchasing that one system, you want to also be able to play other games that are releasing as well as a third-party game. But in the article here, it says that Thomas Mahler, a developer for Ori and the Blind Forest, which also, if you haven't played, is an amazing game, responded to Unravel developer Martin Solon's earlier claims that Nintendo is still keeping the NX hidden away from some third-party developers. However, while Solon mostly seemed bemused by the situation, Mahler appears to be infuriated by the lack of communication from Nintendo regarding the NX. I'm not sure why Nintendo would not respond really, or at least send them a dev kit, because this is Moon Studios is very talented developers. I mean, you have to be an idiot to not get them a new project. I mean, like, if the Nintendo NX was my project, I would definitely send them a dev kit, or at least the specs of the hardware so that they can know what they're working on. Then it says here, revealing how Moon Studios has attempted to get in touch with the company, yet has received absolutely nothing in the way of a reply, adding that he can guarantee that they'll just not have any software support, since nobody can just jumble games together in less than a year. Which, again, is reminding me of the SEGA. I believe it was a SEGA Saturn. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. So right now I'm going to read you the comments of Mahler, developer of Moon Studios. It says right here, and I quote, "This is actually the single most annoying thing for every dev out there. We also talked to Nintendo and got absolutely nothing. I'll never understand that. And just to be clear, it's not just Nintendo. Every hardware manufacturer is treating their dev kits and their unreleased consoles like they're the second coming, and are insanely secretive about it to a stupid degree in today's time. It's not even that the hardware isn't finished, but you could at least just give me the goddamn specs so we can know what to build the shit for. What's needed to sell hardware is goddamn good software, with Nintendo not having any dev kits out there at this point and probably even wanting to sell it in 2016. I can already guarantee that they'll just not have any software support, since nobody can just jumble games together in less than a year. I mean, you can, but it'll be garbage. The same is true for engine support. Get Unity and Epic to support these consoles way ahead of release. By the time the console launches, it should be easy for developers to develop games for these systems. Things shouldn't just only start at this point. I want the goddamn dev kits, or at least proper hardware specs, ideally 2 years before release. Keep all the developers updated, start a forum where devs can chat and figure out all the problems everyone's having, instead of everyone just having to deal with it. None of that's happening anywhere, and it's just brain damage. Now, reading through that, honestly, I feel like I feel like I'm working for Moon Studios right now. I'm like really pissed off at Nintendo for this, because it is true. Like, you gotta, if you want to get more third-party titles onto your new like system here, you gotta start like emailing these people, and you gotta saying, listen, you know, we're working on this new project, and we want to be able to get your team to help us develop games for it, you know. But you gotta let these people know at least 2 years ahead of time. Give them either a dev kit or the specs of the software, specs of the system, so they can know what they're working on, and so, you know, like they don't go overboard. Because if you don't give them specs and they just make any game, it could be something that doesn't even run on the Wii. I mean, oh, I'm sorry, on the Wii, on the Nintendo NX, or, you know, the controls could be something completely different. You know, Nintendo's not being very smart about this. They're too worried about being a big secret, and yet when the system actually releases, like, here's our new system, we me, or we everyone, whatever the freak it's gonna be called, and they're not gonna really have games for it. I mean, like, I believe that they'll have a great launch, you know, launch titles at least, maybe like a Zelda and a Smash Brothers game, but when it comes to, you know, like, I know not everyone just wants that in a way. I mean, like, yeah, everyone wants a new Mario, a new Zelda, a new Smash and all that, but it's nice to have those extra third-party games on there to play as well, you know. I mean, that's kind of what the Wii U right now is somewhat lacking, you know. Like, they didn't get Black Ops 3 on there, you know, they're not getting all these other new games that are releasing, and it's kind of sad in a way, you know. They didn't even get the new Assassin's Creed. How is it that you put Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, but not Unity or Syndicate? I mean, you even put Watch Dogs on there, and not even Far Cry Primal. I mean, come on, you know, you're lacking a lot, Nintendo, and you're slacking on not only your fans, but for upcoming gamers who are, you know, just probably, the NX probably gonna be maybe someone's first system that they buy from you, and, you know, you're not gonna leave a good mark on them with that. It's just frustrating, you know. I feel, I mean, thank goodness I'm not a developer, because I would be furious and frustrated that I would love to get my game out on a new type of hardware that's releasing, and I can't even do that. I don't know, Nintendo, you gotta fix your crap. I mean, seriously. There's, honestly, even though I'm saying this, there's no time, you know, from now until launch for this system for them to get more games out there for it. If anything, they're going to announce the system, announce the launch titles for it, and then later on down the line, maybe 2017, they'll start releasing third-party titles for it. But I can guarantee it's probably not going to be Ori and the Blind Forest or Moon Studios that'll be working with the system, because after reading this, you can tell that he's very, very pissed off. Alright, but that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. Wow, it's ridiculous, but I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about this. Leave your comments in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps me out a lot, means everything to me. I'll catch you guys at another time, another video. Take care.
Hadouken!